Well, Boomer, sure, everybody. My name's Harry James. 2 games this week for the women's side of Oklahoma basketball. And who says that women's basketball isn't entertaining? If you weren't entertained the other night in Stillwater, shame on you. Either team could have won, but the Sooners end up doing it as the Sooners rally all the way back late to get a win in Stillwater, 77-75 win down there in Stillwater, up in Stillwater. Then they traveled not that far to Norman, Oklahoma, to their home, where they won 81-72 over the Cyclones of Iowa State, where in the third quarter, the Sooners' third quarter helps the Sooners pull away from the Cyclones. Double figures, double wins. I like it. Sweep them under the bucket. Now we get a chance to move on. All right, guys, let's preview what it's going to look like, what it looked like last week for the Sooners against the Cowgirls and the Cyclones of women's basketball. Let's go! Welcome back to the show, everybody. My name's Harry James. The OU women had, Jalen Hurtitis. They're pretty much all game as they had tons and tons of turnovers. But you know what? Besides the turnovers, it was still a strong second half as the Sooners rally to come all the way back and win in Stillwater. 77-75 win for the Sooners of Oklahoma. Sooners win there in Stillwater. We'll review what happened there first. First half for Oklahoma, 45.5% shooting for the Sooners of Oklahoma, 51.7% from outside the arc for Oklahoma. What about the Aggies of Oklahoma State? Well, first half for Oklahoma State, 36.8% shooting from inside the arc and 0.0% from three-point bucket. Didn't hit one. As we head to intermission, second half, Oklahoma shot 54.8% from inside the arc and 66.7% from the three-point bucket. Cowgirls, 47.1% shooting from inside the arc. They also shot 66.7% from the three-point bucket. For the final statistics, Oklahoma, 50.9% from inside the arc, 63.2% from the three-point bucket. Okie State, 41.7% shooting from inside the arc, and 50% from the three-point bucket. Stat stuffers, Taylor Robertson. Number 30, Taylor Robertson led the team in points again, 25 for her. Fellow sophomore, number 32, Tatum Bottenheimer, had 4 dimes on the night. And 11 boards for another sophomore, number 3, Mandy Simpson, who, by the way, again had 11 boards. As the Sooners rally all the way back late in Stillwater to win 77-75. Sooners then had a homer game against the Cyclones of Iowa State as the Sooners' third quarter helps pull away from the Cyclones, 81-72 to final in Norman. First half for Iowa State, 46.9% shooting from inside the arc, 44.4% shooting from the three-point bucket. Sooners shot 38.2% from inside the arc and 27.3% from the three-point line. Second half, during the second half, Iowa State 50.0% from inside the arc, 40.0% from the three-point bucket. Sooners 55.2% from inside the arc and 60.0% from behind the arc. For the full game, Iowa State 48.3% shooting from inside the arc, 42.1% shooting from outside the arc. Oklahoma 46.0% from inside the arc, and 42.9% from outside the arc. Sooners leading scorers. Couple of sophomores again. Actually, the same two sophomores, Tatum Bottenheimer and Taylor Robertson, led the team in points and rebounds, or points and assists, retrospectively. This time around, though, it was 22 points for Taylor Robertson, and Tatum had 5 dimes on the night. 8 boards fell into Mandy Simpson's hands. The sophomore, also Mandy Williams, had 8 boards as the Sooners. Third quarter helps pull away from the Cyclones, 81-72 the final. All right, guys, that will just about do it. We got one more thing to talk about, though. This Top Dog, DAUG, baby, Top Dog. If you don't know who this is, was the official OU men's mascot. He was also at a couple of women's games in the early to mid 80s, early 90 era. But he'll be back this weekend against TCU Sunday next week. So look for that. Should be entertaining to see him come back. What should also be entertaining is these games next week. So we'll preview those next. But until then, guys, thanks for watching. My name's Harry James. You can catch this and all my other videos on YouTube, Boomer Sooner 1982. Also, you can find them on Twitter at HypeManHarry or Facebook account Harry James Taylor. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and Boomer Sooner, everybody. Out of here.